Okay, let's take a look at this thing called the skill package. I think this is really the most important part of the class, and I want to go over it with you in the short video. And let's click on the modules, and you'll see that the skill package starts down here. And the skill package, the first part of this thing is not actually due until September 19th. So you'll see we have some time, and then it's going to run through the whole course. Let me go over the whole thing about how it works. So here's the idea. You're going to pick a skill that you personally want to get better at, an interpersonal communication skill. And we've made a list here of about 40 different skills. And you're going to look through these skills, and there's going to be hopefully one that's just going to ring out to you like, yeah, that's the one that I need to get better at. Just a few to give you an example. For example, a very popular one actually is number 2. Get to know people and learn how to overcome shyness. That's amazing how popular this particular skill is. A lot of people suffer from shyness. And let's say that's something you want to work on. Well, you would say, okay, I'm going to pick number 2. But there's 40 or so to pick from. So for example, here's one, learn how to express your feelings. That's number 6, learn how to argue well, say what you mean. Number 9 is listening carefully to others, how to get better at doing that. Another popular one, number 10, is learning how to say no, how to refuse a favor or request. The idea here is take some time to look through this list. Hopefully one will be the one that will say, yeah, that's what I need to work on. Now, some people do decide, I really feel like, say, for example, 21 and 22, they just really go together for me. I kind of want to work on both of them because they seem like they fit together. And that's okay. You can have what's called a composite skill where you merge a couple together. The idea, though, is just to pick one thing that you'll then work at for the duration of the semester, okay? So once you've done that, let's take a look here back to the modules. Once you've chosen your skill, you're going to do a series of activities about that skill. So let's take a look at what these activities are. They're called the learning plan activities. And there's actually 8 different groups, okay? Now, the idea is to give you lots and lots of choices for how you want to go about doing this. As long as you pick one from each of these groups, that's all you need to do. For example, the first is writing about the skill. So you look at these activities, here's the different prompts, and you'll see there's 5 different prompts. All you have to do is pick one of those that sounds interesting to you, and then write about it. Like, for example, this first prompt is just sit down and write anything that comes into your head about the skill. So let's say you've chosen the skill of overcoming shyness. Okay, so you just sit down and you're going to write out, okay, what comes into my head when I think about shyness? Okay, well, sometimes I feel shy, sometimes I don't feel shy. I feel shy in this kind of situation. It's been bugging me, blah, blah, blah. You just basically, it's like a journal, right? It's like writing a journal where you're just getting your thoughts out on paper. And the key thing is that it has to be at least 250 words, which is one basic page of typing double-spaced. So when you've done that, you've finished the first activity, right? And then you'll see when you look at the modules that when you're in this section, there's a place for you to upload that first activity. So here it says, upload link for skill package topic and first activity, writing about the skill. So let's say you've done this on your word processor, you're ready to start the assignment, and you've chosen your prompt, you've written it out, and then you simply start the assignment, you upload it, and then you're done with that first one, okay? Now, once you're finished with the first one, you'll go on to the second, and you'll see that the second activity here is symbolizing the skill in an art form, okay? So I'm going to click on this, look it over, and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create some kind of art that has to do with my skill. It might be a poem, it might be a rap, it might be a drawing, it might be a collage. You might use social media to create something that symbolizes your particular skill. In this case, we've chosen overcoming shyness, so you'd make it something to do that symbolizes what it means to you to overcome shyness and what that's about, shyness. So you get the idea. Then you can start the assignment, you upload your image or whatever it is that you've done, and then you're done with the second activity. Now, the rest of the skill package works the same way. Right? There's a third activity, practicing the skill, receiving feedback about the skill, observing the skill, teaching the skill, reading about the skill, and then finally an evaluation of your experience doing the whole skill package. That is the basic idea of the skill package. We'll be going over this in class, so you can ask me any questions that you have about it. I think you'll find that it's really a rewarding activity to do. Thanks a lot for listening.